beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is. I don't know why you don't like it when you look in the mirror, but man, on camera, it's just glorious, dude. It's like ravishing Rick fucking Rude over here, and Tony Schiavone had a baby.
I got a mustache, and we got an intro.
Oh shit! What was that sound? Am I supposed
That
to do
was
the
probably my
intro now?
phone. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll do that then. Here we go. Oh, hello. Remember when we were on at fucking 10:05 on Thursdays?
Yeah, I mean, I could like still do that, but
Yeah,
I mean
I
that's
could,
that's
yeah.
inc- that's
I get, I
inconvenient.
get, yeah. I mean, it's easier in the summer, but I also get tired in the winter. But
I
I'm
do.
Isaac.
You get
What's
tired at 5 p.m. every day.
I'm old. All right, hold on. We forgot to do say. What's your name?
Hey,
What is your
fuck you,
name?
fuck you.
I'm
Oh,
Isaac. That's Shane. Welcome to such good shooting such good shoot, dude. We're
shooting.
here. We're here. We're sober. Oh my god, I didn't even grab my beers. I just put them in the freezer like an idiot.
What? Right before we went live, it was 5 minutes before.
We
He
had
and I
5
both
minutes.
said,
We're
"Hey,
like, hey,
we're gonna go prepare for this. I'm gonna go get my beer, and we're gonna go pee and get our beers." And then
I
Isaac
peed.
said, "Okay, I'm gonna go pee and also get my beers." Then he didn't go get his. Go get your beers. Go,
I
go.
peed. I peed. It was great. It was a glorious one. It was really wonderful. I have a powerful stream, okay? It's like
Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? It's
fucking
just the
Niagara Falls.
no, it's the Ezekiel and Tony show. I'm Tony. He's Ezekiel. Yeah, we're talking about NXT War Games 2017 this week.
I'm talking
Um,
about the strength of my pee.
yes.
It's glorious.
Jovan will be on in just a second. His
Yeah.
whereabouts are currently unknown. He's probably coming back
I think he's
from some Puerto Rican dice game or something.
pooping.
Um,
The Puerto Rican rattlesnake himself, fucking Jovan. Yeah, dude. So yeah, you talked about what our main event is or whatever you want to call it. But what else is going on in
yes.
wrestling, man? Is there stuff happening? Are there things? I mean, it feels like
SmackDown was just in Columbus on Friday. I did not go. However, I would like to talk about Raw. I did not watch Raw. I will openly admit it, but I read the Bleacher Report results, and Bleacher Report said it was the best Raw in like a year.
and what I was
And I
gonna
watched
talk
Raw
about
2 weeks ago, and we were not on to last week. The quality of Raw dramatically increased the week after WrestleMania. It had to have been because Vince was there. Vince was just like, I'm going to control the show because I'm here. And then since then, it's been back to like really, 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 really good, weekly network wrestling television, apparently.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like they're sort of in a holding pattern until the draft. But they're putting
Which
on
is
some
fine.
great matches. So they're putting on good TV. But yeah, and then I mean, I guess the big rumor is that once the draft happens, it's
Big
officially
cuts.
it's the Triple H era though. Like a lot of the cuts are going to be um like redundant positions in the corporate, right? Because Endeavor has legal department, right? Endeavor has accounting department. Endeavor has all these departments, and so
Yeah.
you don't need to have two of them. So that's where the majority, I would say, 90% of the cuts are going to come there. When it comes to the budget cuts, I mean, I think that's the biggest part. But there's always roster cuts around this time of year anyway. So I'm sure we'll see a number of those, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as drastic as we've seen in the past.
Do you remember the roster cuts of, I want to say,
Oh, god damn.
Yo, Nat just fucked your ass up. Wow, that was the most violent I've ever seen Nat.
He wasn't even trying to be violent. He just was like, I want to jump up. And he just jumped up.
Bro, did you do something mean to an animal or a drag queen recently? That seemed like some vengeance from beyond. If you're picking up what I'm saying, fuck.
No, he was just trying. No, absolutely no. He was just trying to jump up on me and cuddle me, but he went about it at a weird angle, and it was a long jump.
I mean, Christ. I mean, I heard that one.
He's like, "What the fuck, man? Why'd you throw me off? I was just trying to hang out." But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, I don't think the talent cuts are going to be anywhere near as like crazy as they were, like say 2020 or whatever.
No, what I was going to say is 2011, because I remember I was at a show at a local club called the King of Clubs. I was about to watch a band called Gemini Syndrome, I believe, either them or Alisana, and the cuts came in, and it was like, oh, like there was one huge one that I just couldn't. Like Keith Lee was one of the big ones, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
2021, right?
Yeah, 2021. It was like Keith Lee, and I think Dexter Loomis was one of them.
Let's take a look at 2021.
Yeah, and I just remember I was like, "What the hell is happening? Like, this is totally unbelievable." And I looked at Wade, who was next to me at the show, and I showed it to him, and he was like, "Okay."
Jeff Hardy, Bray Wyatt.
That was Bray Wyatt was the huge one.
Yeah. What else we got on that one? Yeah, Drake Maverick, John Morrison, Jackson Ryder, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Nia Jax.
Karrion Kross too. Yep.
Yep.
So I remember I was masked up because it wouldn't have been 2022.
That was 2021.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, he's okay. I got a thing from Jovan. He's doing a computer thing. He's 93% done with his computer thing. So I see the little circle completion bar that he sent us a picture of. That's exciting.
Oh damn! I haven't been looking at my phone. Nice.
No worries. I just was on there because I was looking at the roster cuts from 2021. But going back to that, I don't think it's going to be as drastic as that. I think the roster cuts are going to be cuts of people who that they're just like, yeah, we don't fucking need you anymore. And I do think that there's enough of that around, but I don't think it's going to be like a lot of shocking names. And I think the talents who are there and who are in storylines are safe. And I think we have a lot of interesting wrestling coming from WWE.
Man, you know who would be a great investment to cut, save a bunch of money? Brock Lesnar, man. Can you imagine if they just cut that contract? They would save so much money, man.
They wouldn't save any money at all. They would lose money.
Shit.
They would lose money. I mean, love him or hate him, Brock Lesnar's a draw, man. Like, Brock Lesnar is a fucking draw. Brock makes them a shit ton of money. Like, there's a reason.
Which is crazy because I legitimately, other than UFC and WWE, like I don't think he would make as much money in like in AEW, right? Like, I don't think that he would make as much money. Obviously, like down in Mexico. I mean that's fine. I just think that
he doesn't need to. He's above that, right?
I just think, well, that's fine. I'm just saying that I think the companies that he's in have created such a mystique around him, and there's, you know what I mean, like he's built such a cloud that the cloud elevates him higher than, I don't want to say what he deserves to be because he's done a great job, for himself, but like, there's a lot of rumors about the Goldberg retirement tour, right? I honestly believe, as 1-to-1 ratios, if they ran this year, Bill Goldberg would make more money on those shows than Lesnar would, as far as like attendance and viewing.
I think it's possible, maybe just because he's not around nearly as much, and so it's more of like a big deal when Goldberg shows up now. But I mean, I really genuinely look at a guy like Brock Lesnar as someone who, like Chris Jericho, can continually change his character without ever changing who he is. Like he can be himself while always like changing his gimmick a little bit, just enough to keep him fresh.
He's
Um,
either a mean MMA guy or he wears a cowboy hat and he's a face.
well, he's done, no, but he's done a lot more shit than that. I mean, he's since he got back, like he's been booked as a fucking badass, right? And I don't think that like is a bad thing. I think that his first run in WWE, obviously, or WWF, was fucking incredible.
I mean,
Like,
it's way better than the second run, like by
well,
a lot.
I mean, I think I mean, it was a much different style, so they were able to like do crazier shit with him. He was also younger and more jacked, but I think like the way they protected him, I mean, it's got Paul Heyman written all over it. It really does, like the way he's booked, because what is Paul Heyman best at? Besides, talking, right? Like, I mean, we all know he's the best on the mic that fucking in the business today. But like Paul Heyman is really good at booking people in ways that make them look good and hide any fucking weaknesses of theirs. And I think that's
Yeah, he's really good at bullshit.
but at the same time, like, I mean, goddamn, he is though. Like after the Cody thing, like he was the one out there being like, "What a great story this is," and like selling it, and he
Well,
did. Like,
well,
and he's so good
that's
at that.
that's so that kind of. And honestly, I think um not the reason, but I think the reason, if you look at the overall landscape of how that feud was built, why it makes sense that Cody lost to Mania was because his feud was second fiddle to the Bloodline versus Sammy, and it was they did a Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker feud build to WrestleMania where Cody is Cody's like himself, obviously, and then Heyman is Cody speaking for Taker. You know what I mean? Like,
And I mean, the
and
other thing too is that with that whole thing, like they never really built the story around Cody versus Roman. It was always Cody
no,
going to finish the story, and Roman was the head of the table going for 1,000 days, and like that was it.
well, no, I mean it was Bloodline versus Sammy and KO. I mean that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
That was
literally all
Mania.
it was. And it was really unlucky timing. I think for both men, because I feel like if either story was happening by itself, either man would have won the championship. However, because they did such a good job with Sammy in the missing times of Cody. You know what I mean? That they
Yeah.
kind of overbooked themselves and flooded themselves, and were kind of too afraid to just let the face overtake the heel regime and not leave anything left over.
And I think the more I
Um,
think about it, because I think you're right about that. I think the other thing too is that the more I think about it, face Cody with the belt is gonna fucking. It's
it's
not
gonna
gonna
get
let.
old fast.
Yeah, I don't think people are gonna,
He
especially
he
like.
especially when they're calling him the American Nightmare, right? Because this face Cody is not the American Nightmare. This is the American Dream, Cody Rhodes, which
Yeah.
is fine, great character, whatever. If he's gonna be the champion, I feel like he needs to at least lean both ways. He
But
has to be mean. He has to be nasty.
well,
But
I think he has to turn heel to get it right. But I think that like you look at this right, and you look at the way wrestling fans are, and it wasn't that long ago where I mean everyone hated Cody, everyone hated him,
yeah,
right? And like this story has sort of revived him, and like I think him that Hell in a Cell match was a defining moment in his career. I think that is one of those moments where you look at him and it's like Mick Foley going off the cell. You're like, what is this person willing to do to entertain us as fans? And how can you truly hate someone who's willing to put their body on the line to that extent so he can enjoy a match, right? Like there's something to be said for
Sure.
that. And I respect the hell out of him for that more than I did
Yeah.
before. But that being said, it wasn't that long ago that he was despised by most of the fucking IWC, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it would take much, like I think it would be really quick where they would turn on him and it would be just like,
So
oh, he ended a fucking awesome reign with the bloodline. He was the reason Sammy didn't get the title. And it wouldn't be long before everyone was just sick of him. And I don't think he carries on that baggage if he continues down this path, right, that he's on of now it's his time for hard times, and in the next year he wins the title, right? I think he genuinely continues to build momentum and support as the underdog.
let me sell you on something here.
Okay.
So let's look at our next big pay-per-views, right? We've got SummerSlam coming up next, right? Yeah. So I think you're looking at Roman and the Usos versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle, right? I think that if you've been paying attention what's going on Raw and SmackDown, that's what they've been building to. I think that is a totally acceptable pay-per-view, big pay-per-view main event, as long as you let them go out and work, right?
Yep.
Like if you let them do their thing, it's totally fine. And then after that, you've obviously got Survivor Series. You can very, very, very easily do, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Oh,
joining us now from deep in Tejas, the chaos in Tejas, our man, the Puerto Rican rattlesnake himself, the hot one, Giovanni, too hottie, the hot one. What up?
Hello, Jovan.
I need some beers to just right in front of everybody. But
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Damn. You can just slam them on your head if you'd like.
Like that.
Just
that
Sandman.
Sandman. Yeah.
What was it? The Stone Cold Steve autism video with the kid in the pool.
Oh, with the
two glasses. Bottles.
Yep.
You're like, oh, he better not bang those together. Smash. God damn. Woo!
It's a GCW event now.
But man, but anyways, yeah, welcome.
Happy to make it. Thank you.
We're just talking about well, tell him, Shane.
Yeah, we're just talking about random bullshit. We're talking about Cody maybe turning heel and then possibly beating Roman. But anyways, what I was saying real quick, Isaac, is SummerSlam, you've got 3-on-3.
Yes, we were going out. We were booking ahead, so we were booking the next 4 majors. So SummerSlam, Shane was saying.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle versus Roman and the Usos. You then work towards Survivor Series. Kevin, Matt, Sammy, somebody else, maybe Cody versus Bloodline. I think that's easy. You then work towards the Royal Rumble. I think you have whoever wins the Rumble just kind of be a total non-factor who, you figure out something else to do for a little bit. And then you have Cody beat Roman in the next Rumble, turning heel in the match. You then big switch Roman to face, do a big, double turn. Roman goes and takes his break.
He needs it.
And then comes back as a huge face, right? Because if Cody turns heel, snaps, breaks all the rules, kills Roman, and then the next night goes, I said I was going to do anything to complete the story. Here I am. You motherfuckers turned on me. Blah, 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 blah.
And
that works.
That's how you do it.
Exactly. That works. And whoever wins the Rumble, maybe it's Cody again. Maybe wins by heel tactics. Maybe he wins 2 years in a row, right?
I think he should win. Honestly, I think he should win. That is a great way to continue that story and be like, I'm fucking still here. Because, let's face it.
And just splashes heel shit in just here and there, helps win him the big stuff. And he's so committed to winning, completing the story that he forgets who he is. And
Yeah, but
Damn,
he
I'm
came
good.
back at Rumble, and I think him working his way and like he was sort of gifted that, and I think to continue the story to make it more like he worked his ass off to get there. I think you have him do that, and you have him go in first. You'd be like, I'm going in first. I'm proving it. You want to say I have hard times and a hard road ahead of me. Well, here you go. Like I'll show you how
And
fucking
then he
good
just
I
low blows everybody. He talks to
am.
Shinsuke.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. Like Walter was still the star of this last Rumble.
He
God damn, that
was.
was beautiful. But yeah, I think they should do
And
something like that
Mania.
with Cody. Yeah, I mean he's
Yeah, with Rhodey.
with
With the Road
Rhodey
Dogg.
codes, dude. But yeah, no, I mean it's wild to think like everyone's talking about all this other shit, and like the real story is like Walter has put on every pay-per-view he's been in recently a 5-star match.
Yeah.
Literally since what?
It never
Since
ends.
Cardiff.
The
Yeah.
man's a beast.
I mean, I don't know when his first pay-per-view match was or what it was, but I mean, definitely
just
going back to
let
Sheamus.
let it continue to simmer.
Yeah,
Keep letting it go. The story cannot be on him all at once as long as they keep doing right by him. And then when it's time
Just
for the
amazing.
story to be on him, it'll switch.
Because
But
he's the GOAT, dude, right now. He's the best in the whole fucking company.
yeah, hey guys, we're such good shoot now. I'm Tony Shane. He's Isaac Ezekiel, and that's the hot one. That's
Fuck
the
you,
hot one,
Ezekiel.
Jovan. We're such good shoot. 21 minutes in, and we're gonna talk about NXT War Games 2017 tonight.
We're going right into it. Let's do it. Let's talk.
Going straight into
Yeah.
the War Games.
Going straight into it. 21 minutes in, we're going right into the War Games.
What are we drinking tonight, boys?
I'm drinking the trans gay beer, the Bud Light.
Yeah, I'm drinking the gay adjacent beer.
It
Busch.
is gay adjacent Bush. It's by the same awful companies.
It's
I've
related.
got not gay water in a circle bottle.
Not gay
Yeah,
at all.
dude.
TikTok
dude.
made me buy it. No.
Did it? Did it?
Dude, it was all over my TikTok feed. I was like, I need to try this.
Oh yeah. Do you
A
drink?
little
Hey, do you
H2O.
drink more water now?
See, that's the thing. I drink a shit ton of water anyway, but this is like flavored and it's different, you know. It's not bad.
Have you guys tried the Liquid Death?
No.
Oh, Liquid Death is awesome. It comes in tall boys. Get the flavored varieties. It's sparkling water, but it kicks ass and tastes great.
I wish they did not put the agave nectar in it. Honestly, that's what ruins it for me.
Oh,
I
what
just
do you
don't
got
want
to
to
do,
use
agave?
sweeteners. But they have the best names. Let me just.
All their merch is all their merch is just death metal themed. Well, I've got one right here, that I dumped before the fucking show. Bury it all, Liquid Death. Bury it alive.
All right, so the flavors. Let's see, what do we got? Shop all, Liquid Death. Oh my god, that's just Jesus Christ. Where are all your flavors? Liquid Death flavors.
You really got it, man.
He's on it today.
I know, dude. Did you, man? I'll tell you what. It's been a fucking weekend.
Has been a weekend,
It
man.
has been a weekend, man.
Saturday
Liquid
and
Death
Sunday.
All right, we're gonna use hats, beanies. I don't want fucking beanies. I want to know what flavors do you have? Severed lime, buried alive, mango chainsaw. What else we got here? Convicted melon.
For all of you convicted melons out there.
God, I saw a peach one. What the fuck was the peach one?
Yo, there's a lot of convicts that drink Liquid Death. Let me tell you, and I know some of them. Straight edge till the death, but with criminal record.
Rest in peach.
Rest in peach.
Let me see. There's a Liquid Death. Armless Palmer is another one they have.
Oh, I've never seen that one. I want to try that one. Anyways, Jovan, you can find it at Walmart, dog. Go to Walmart, get you a little. You can get a 12-pack of Liquid Death. Tall boys, dude. Kicks ass. It's like honestly, it's like $10. It's so worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got it's a little too sweet for my taste, but the original one's fine for water. You know, it is what it is. But you know what it is war games.
It's it.
It's war games. War games coming to you from a little town called Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Houston, November 18th, 2017. Let's see. We had what? Nigel McGuinness, Mauro Anello, and Percy Watson on the old commentary.
This is the first show with Morrow, right? First for showing commentary.
No, because he was at the Brooklyn.
No.
He was at Brooklyn.
Oh,
3,
he was at Brooklyn 3. Yeah,
he had that intro where he was talking. He kept doing the Biggie Smalls references.
Dude, Morrow kills it with the hip hop references. He was doing it last night during the boxing fight.
Yeah,
yo, it never ends with him, dude. He's constant hits. This show, it became so obvious that Percy was just unnecessary. There were points where Percy's talking, and I'm like, please, like this should just be quiet. Just let the crowd talk. And Percy's just going.
I think at that time, Percy, that's the whole thing about him. His shtick was you don't need to be here.
Yeah, I feel
that doesn't make sense for a face commentator.
It doesn't. It makes no sense. But he added nothing.
What's crazy is that the next NXT takeover, Philadelphia, is Percy and Morrow, just the two of them, and then they immediately brought Nigel McGuinness back for New Orleans.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Oh yeah, and then there's
because Nigel sounds serious.
Vic Joseph. Who the fuck is Vic Joseph?
He's the backstage. Oh no, he was that play-by-play guy that they had on NXT and Raw for just like a little bit.
Yeah, he was there.
No, that's I'm thinking
instead
Jimmy
of Morrow. Anyway, that's down the road. This one's going to start off with a 5-minute, 11-second match between Lars Sullivan and Cassius. Oh no!
So I'm gonna be honest here. I did not watch this match. Isaac and I watched all of this show together, other than this match, and I totally forgot to watch it. From what I remember, it was just complete and utter boring meat, lightly slapping meat. You know, I mean, it's good to see Cassius Ohno get a pay-per-view check, though. You know what I'm saying? Get a little premium live event.
There was that Lars Sullivan spot where he hit the fucking pop-up power slam, which kicked ass. That really did kick ass. Because Cassius Ohno is a big man to fucking do a pop-up power slam too.
Jovan, where is he at? Do you have any idea of the whereabouts of Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno? Any idea?
Last time I saw Chris Hero, he was wandering the streets of Chicago.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Is he still there? I don't know. But the last time I saw him, he was there with Rachel Ellerig, just walking aimlessly.
Because he's just been gone, right, since he got released.
Yeah, he hasn't done really like shit. He's just
popping up at
indies every once in a while.
I mean, so he has been wrestling every once in a while somewhere. I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, well, it's the Chicago areas where he normally frequents. It'll be like a random. Oh, and we'll have Cassius Ohno, and it was like, oh, Chris Hero's here. So yeah.
Oh shit. DDJ probably has like 85 pictures with him then.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, from what I remember, this match was just a big old nothing.
It was not good. It wasn't.
Lars Sullivan wins.
Yeah, it was disappointing coming off of NXT Brooklyn 3. Like I just remember being like, God damn, like every single match on that pay-per-view was killer. Yeah, incredible. And then you like come in and like the first one isn't, and it wasn't terrible, but God, it wasn't an NXT
1-5.
They were trying to build up Sullivan too much, man, and I never really got behind him. And they criminally misused Hero. 1-5.
Yeah, sounds
that might be right on the nose because I was thinking
fair.
2 is too generous. 1.5 might be it.
I was going near 1.25, 1.5, so I think all three of us are gonna go 1.5. So I'll drink with you guys.
Well, it's good to know. I remember how you guys felt about it.
Yeah. Meltzer. Okay. What? He gave this 3 stars.
Yo, he's Chief and Keef, man. He's in a good mood. Shut up.
It's a 5-minute match. How do you give a 5-minute match 3 stars?
Don't ruin his high, man.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, moving along here. We get to.
I wonder
was
why.
it in Tokyo? No, this was in Texas. Never mind.
We get a 14-minute, 37-second match between Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream, and the referee is Drake Maverick. So in the first 2 matches, we have Lars Sullivan and Velveteen Dream and Drake Maverick all canceled.
Yo, real quick, Drake Maverick, aka Drake Younger, just won Philadelphia yesterday. He won a deathmatch tournament. Jovan, you know who Masada is, right?
Yes.
The dude who got super canceled a little bit ago, but then has since come back. He actually lit himself on fire. Did you see that? He tried to blow the fire, and
I did.
His whole head caught on fire for about like 10 seconds, and nobody was ready for it. Deathmatches need to like coordinate something, because I saw a video of obviously that. I saw a video of Hoodfoot, right? Mo Atlas.
Oh, Mo.
My man. And it was a match with John Wayne Murdoch, death match, and then he was bleeding from the top of his head, and it's just squirting blood. This was recently. And then he was like, let me get some. And then they just ran up with 2 fucking like tidy-whitey paper towels, and he just put some on the top of his head. And I was like, yo, y'all are running a death match without towels, just actual towels.
Like, bro, you want bounty? That's the quicker picker upper, bro. They got the select a sheet, bro. You can get a sheet any size you want, bro. You just pull on that perforated line.
But anyways, we've got Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream.
This was good.
It was a good,
really
match.
good. Really good.
Velveteen Dream is fucking.
He was a good character until we found out stuff.
It's just another, and it's just sad, right? It's like one of these people that has had unlimited potential, right, in this business, and who ruined it for themselves. And I liken it to Enzo Amore, a guy who, with his mic skills, had he had the right attitude and have been a humble dude, he could sell like crazy. He would have been great to beat up. Everyone wants to see him get his ass kicked. He would have been huge, but he couldn't get out of his own way. And Velveteen Dream, obviously, another one of those guys who was so good in the ring, so charismatic, had it all, and fucking just couldn't get out of his own way. Yeah. And it's a shame. And I talk about has it all. There's another guy is Aleister Black, but I mean, you look at Velveteen Dream, and like the dude looks like an action figure.
Yeah.
Like Aleister Black isn't necessarily like your poster
unconventional.
Child. And I think and it doesn't change the fact that he's a great wrestler, but I mean, like Velveteen Dream could have easily been WWE champion if he hadn't fucked himself all to hell, like easily. I don't think that would be like a crazy leap if Triple H had been in charge throughout.
His character, and this is what I always think of when I think of Velveteen Dream, because when they started coming out with the Goldust character, they told Goldust that they wanted him to be androgynous, right? And I think Goldust just leaned a little too heavy into the androgynous, but Velveteen Dream, I think, hit it perfectly. He was androgynous to the point to where you're like, this is fucking Prince wrestling.
Well, and I don't even think it's androgynous, right? Like, I think Goldust was just too horny. Where Velveteen Dream was kind of just like normal human, maybe like turned up, right? But Goldust was like,
but look at the time, right?
Is like go into the bathroom and I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, it was. They were still. He was still a cartoon character at that point,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
like they never like with Gold Dust. I mean, and it was a great character for the time, right? Because it made people super uncomfortable. But like at that time, like everything was sexually explicit. Like everything
Sure.
was, from daytime
Well,
TV all the way through. So like it made sense. But this is
and obviously
it.
it worked, right? Like,
Mhm.
like for Gold Dust, because there's a reason we still talk about Gold Dust. I don't want to say fondly, but still like,
But Dustin, yeah, it's a great. I mean,
Dustin's a hell of a-
memorably. I mean,
Gold Dust is a Hall of Fame character, and Dustin should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, not just as Gold Dust, but as Dustin Rhodes.
Agreed.
But either way, yeah, no, I think you're right. I think that he really managed to balance his character of being like that weird mix of like effeminate and borderline gay, but at the same time like just completely badass and like enough to make people feel uncomfortable with him as a wrestler and as a heel. And like it's a hard thing to do these days, is to like find something
balance.
that you can like poke someone with that makes them feel a little uncomfortable. And the fact that he managed to do that was incredible. And yeah, this match, I mean, athletically, both these guys fucking went hard.
That
Real
is
fucking
Aaron
hard.
right there. Aaron Crypto, you guys.
Oh
oh,
fuck!
is it?
What up, dog? How you
What's up,
doing,
buddy?
man? We miss you, man. It's sending nothing but love, man. I hope you and the lady are good. I hope you didn't lose too much in the crypto market. I hope you're on
Absolutely.
top of that shit.
I,
And
Aaron, do you just want to? I mean, like, I know you're busy a lot, but if you just want to hop on and talk, man, I know you don't know what the show's about, but
you're
like, you
always
can just,
welcome in here,
yeah,
man. You're
Dude,
you
always
can just
he's
hop
welcome
on
in
and
here.
talk shit at any point in time, buddy.
a
Yeah.
legitimate fucking card, dude. Like he's getting a card made out of him and everything. I saw shit on
Yeah.
Twitter. I was like,
Yeah,
dude, if
no,
that for sale, I'm getting that.
yo, Aaron and I talk cards all the time. I love
He's
that
a
shit.
pro. He's a pro.
Um,
So what do you think of this
but
one?
this,
Yeah, I mean, we had
but
Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream go hard. They went hard.
but yeah, no, I mean, Isaac, you said that the first half of the match went a little slow, and I agree.
Yeah,
But
it was
that
a
was
slow start,
kind
but it
of,
worked.
The feel
but
out.
that was just Velveteen Dream at the time, right? He was very much shtick and selling. That was the whole point of his matches. It was old school.
And
And then
and the
and then you had
story of Velveteen being like, I just want you to acknowledge me and say my name. And we talked about this too when we were watching, and how at the end Velveteen Dream loses this match, but he puts in such a fight that fucking Black's been like
sits down.
and says, I acknowledge you, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
And this is one of the best pieces of booking that I've seen NXT, WWE, any of these guys do to make both people look incredible after a match.
Yeah,
They
no,
did
I
a
mean,
really good job with that. And yeah, it was
yeah,
a great story of him just trying over and over and over again to impress, and just be like, acknowledge me.
and at times I do think it worked to the detriment of the match. There are a couple times where I feel like it goes kind of slow because Velveteen Dream is selling so much, and obviously Aleister Black is kind of playing into that a little bit. I mean, but the mind games, the story they told, and then obviously Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black specifically being top tier in ring workers, really led this match to be a good blow off to a really good story. And if you don't count the first match of this pay-per-view, which should have been a dark match, right? It was pretty much a paid dark match. This was a great start to the show. I feel confident enough to
you want to
give
hear
it
something you want to hear something crazy. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. We will get to your rating, but you want to hear what the second,
hold on. It just doesn't matter to me. I'm too fucking cool. Talk.
do you want to hear what the second dark match is, bro, of the night? The first dark match was Ruby Riott and Sonya Deville, which would have been fun. Oh god, it's so cool. Do you know what the second dark match was that they decided not to put on the card and play, and they put Lars Sullivan and Cassius Ohno on instead?
What?
Pete Dunne versus Johnny Gargano for the United Kingdom Championship, man.
That's a shocker. Johnny wrestling in a dark match
With Pete Dunne for a title belt, and they put fucking that garbage on instead. I guarantee you that match was fucking 4.5 stars.
Yeah. The people
Both of those
there.
guys.
That's sad. Then that crowd there got the great match, and then I don't know where they go into that stinker to start the show.
I know.
Well,
But I want to know what your rating is.
Speaking of 4.5 stars, this match wasn't it. However, it's a real confident 4 stars.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it was a 4-star match. It was a really solid, good match. Great storytelling, great payoff to the story, which I think helps a ton. If there would have been a title, definitely could have been 4.5, 4.75.
Man, I think you're probably right. I think 4 is probably a smart number to go for. I was leaning 3.75, but I think the slow start ultimately worked and built into something good. So yeah, 4 stars.
I'm leaning 3.75 as well for the slow moments, but the slow moments were story driven, kind of like Shane said. You look at where both guys went from here, of course, before his issues, Velveteen Dream, champion, then on the way up. He looked like he was going to be the next big thing until he eventually stalled for some reason. Aleister Black.
They realized who he was.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
Aleister Black, had a great career in the WWE, and then main roster was okay, but his main run in AEW has been great. Do I want to give it 4?
I mean, listen, I don't have very much beer to chug, so it's a great time to say 4.
4. Let's do a 4. Let's do a 4.
Yeah.
Let's cluster it up.
Right,
yeah. So while he's taking a dab, speaking of satanic shit,
Meltzer gave it 4.
Oh,
yep.
He knew it. L'Chaim, Buffalo Trace.
One of my favorite times in the WWE recently was the main roster. Oh my God, you're glitching into your background. God,
into the Matrix, Bubba.
Aliens, Jesus.
What do you mean background? That's my actual house.
One of your favorite times in WWE recently was
what? Big ass Puerto Rican alien. Holy shit. One of my favorite him. He was glitching into the house.
Yeah.
Anyways, one of my favorite times recently, I mentioned this to Isaac when we were watching, is when Aleister Black was on the main roster and they had all of this satanic merch. And then I would go to a WWE show and just see a bunch of fucking rednecks. And their kids would be wearing like all-seeing eyes on their chests. And I was like, yo, you're afraid to talk to a gay person? You do not understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Satanic panic, bro. So funny.
All right, Isaac, talk about the match you definitely watched in full and did not text the entire time during.
So was this this is Ember Moon, Kyrie Sane, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce.
I'm so happy you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I texted a lot during this one. I don't remember even what about. God damn. I do remember being kind of just like bummed out that they ended the Asuka story the way they did. And not so much that like she was being brought up and given, but like they just took the title away from her, had this fatal 4-way. And
but I mean, you didn't want to end the run just because Asuka was
no. Let me stop everybody. This is how mad he was. He goes at the start of the match. He goes, man, and just to think, she lost to Charlotte on her next match. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's not what we're talking about.
But it's bullshit.
And then it has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with this match. And then he goes, yeah. And it's like 10 minutes in, and he goes, yeah, and just Asuka lost to Charlotte. And I'm like, please, for the love of God, this was a great women's match. It was so good. And like, I understand, right? I understand what both of you are saying. It's a real shame that Asuka did not just give somebody the rub. And it is. I totally agree with it.
Especially
but also,
if she was just going to lose when she gets called up.
But also that is not this match's fault, and I do not think that was the intention at this point. At least that was known, right? Maybe that was the intention of those who are making the calls. But I think Triple H's intention at this point is that she's going to go beat Charlotte. So if that's the plan with the main roster, you can't break it up. And the effort these four ladies put in was awesome. You really got to see. Four ladies who would become stars all in kind of their own way, become that. Ember Moon, obviously, and Kairi Sane, became big single stars. You had, you had Nikki Cross, who ended up becoming,
almost
crazy thing.
Superhero.
Yeah, but I mean, on the main roster before then, though, right? She had a couple women's title matches. She ended up becoming her own thing, and Peyton Royce and Billie Kay obviously ended up becoming the first women's tag team champions, which is not their fault, right? Like any fault we're giving is pretty much on somebody else.
No,
They were iconic.
I thought
A real inspiration.
That they worked really hard. I mean, not Billie Kay. Was it Billie Kay or was it? No, it was Peyton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peyton Royce. She looked great.
Is this Aaron still? This is fucked.
I don't know who that is. For some reason, it's not coming up on my chat.
Who is this?
I think it was Aaron.
If this is Aaron, that's so fucked, dog. That's bad.
That sounds about right. That sounds like
Just one
that.
episode of NXT.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Iconics.
Love him. I love you, Aaron.
Oh.
Do your thing, man.
It is him.
Yeah.
It was him.
Of course.
All right. Yo,
what do you got? What do you got on this match?
But before we get to the next card with NXT, let's talk to him. Let's see when it can work out for him, and then let's make him watch. Yeah. Please. But anyways,
Brooklyn. Let's have him watch Brooklyn 3. Aaron, go on.
At least a good one.
Go on to Peacock and watch NXT Brooklyn 3, 2017. Watch that show and tell me it's not one of the best wrestling pay-per-views you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. Hands down. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a single match on there that is under 4 stars, and most of them are well above it.
Well above.
So give it a shot.
Yeah. This match real quick.
325 ish. 3 NXT Brooklyn 3. That's right.
Yes, sir. 2017. Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Yep.
This match didn't work that well as far as a whole cohesive match. It was more or less a big show off for 4 women that they were going to base the division around moving forward. But I think all 4 women did well with what they were given. Ember Moon hit that big double eclipse. Mm-hmm. You had one point
which looked great, by the way.
Yep, you had Kairi Sane, I believe, breaking up a pin with her big elbow drop off the top. Yeah. You had Nikki Cross, who Isaac doesn't necessarily believe, but I think at this point she was doing her best work as far as her movements, right? She was so quick, snappy, kind of coming out of nowhere.
She was great in They had that one Tower of Doom thing that they did. He came out of nowhere. And we both
snapped
said,
it.
And we both said, I was like, yeah, God, it looks really good.
Sanity Nikki Cross was good, Nikki Cross, dude.
Because going into we saw the same sort of thing in the next, in the main event, and it wasn't set up as well. It looked more janky, which is fine.
But the payoff was better.
Sure, but the way they executed that in that match was fucking perfect. And we both were like, God damn, that looked good. She got in there quick. There was almost no setup. You didn't see it coming. It wasn't like there was an expectation. It was a holy shit moment.
Yeah, and
a holy shit moment.
That was coming off of what she did that to Big Damo last time, right? Where she basically threw herself at him into the table.
Yeah, and Peyton Royce played kind of the perfect Chelsea Green role if we're gonna, relate it to recent, multi-women, match kind of archetypes. It was just a really, really good showcase for these ladies. Do I think it was an epic match? No. Do I think it's an all-time match? No. But in the course of the pay-per-view, as far as what it meant to the division at that point and rewatching it, I think it was really, really good, honestly. Like 3-5.
Wow. I'm not even going to get close to that, to be honest.
You are insane.
I'm a Ember Moon mark. Like, this is already noted. She's a Texas girl from Garland, big time Ember fan. The Sky Pirate, I was down with Kyrie too.
Love Kyrie.
Love Kyrie. But this match, I maybe it was because, like Isaac said, title coming off of an unbeaten champ. I don't always like that. And it felt like I've seen all these ladies, with the exception of Peyton Royce, I think, get beat by Asuka for that title. So you all are going to get the consolation prize because the big girl went into the bigger pond.
I mean, and the thing I think for me that sort of took away from it is that it felt like when you look at those four, really, like, you'd be like, okay, who actually has a shot of winning this, right?
Yeah.
You kind of look at, you like, maybe maybe Nikki Cross, but she's sort of like a distant third. Peyton Royce is a no going in. So it like really ends up being like, are they gonna give it to Kyrie Sane coming in with or Ember Moon? And you sort of, the way they've already booked Ember Moon, it kind of felt like
she missed her chance.
She's gonna win because it's her shot, and so it took a little bit away from it in that sense. But I think in the end, like, it ended up being a really solid match. I don't know if it's 3-5, but I think 3-2-5 is a solid.
I'm covering the spread at 3.
Okay. Well, are we gonna have a royal fuck?
That is Everett Lee with War Games.
Welcome, Everett Lee. Good to see you.
Everett, man, and 2017, man, good time. We were just telling another guy, Aaron, to go watch the Brooklyn 3 2017, because that's right now is our highest rated pay-per-view that we've ever reviewed. So
yeah, I mean, 2017 to 2021 was unstoppable.
We've got 3.25 from Dave Meltzer.
He liked this barely more than Lars Sullivan.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's insane, and that's indicative of the rating of the first match, not the second.
No,
match.
I mean, that is fucking crazy to be like, 0.25 different. It's pretty much the same.
No,
not even a little bit.
Not even close.
All right, so we're getting towards it. We have. Oh, okay. Can you just do this one? Can you do our Mexican announcer? I love it when you announce Andrade and Selena versus Drew Mack.
Wish I had a Scottish in me, man. Jeez,
I know, that'd be Drew McIntyre.
Gotta really cough it up in there. All right, in the co-main events for the NXT Championship, you have Andrade Cien Almas coming to the ring with Zelina Vega going against Drew McIntyre. Dude, this was peak Andrade too, just full on zoot suited.
Who's Zelina Vega married to again?
Aleister Black.
Dude. And you told me that Nikki Cross and that
Big Damo.
Oh my god, dude, those two, like,
blows your mind. Yeah.
Can you imagine if she's ever underneath him? She just gets crushed. Jesus Christ, that's a big man to be on a little. I mean, Nikki Cross is like, she's a little stocky, but she's not big. Man. Anyway, sorry.
Liliana Kai and Judy Martin
lost in that fucking jungle of hair.
Speaking of lost in the jungle, this match was really good. The career turnaround with Andrade, I think is honestly a really underrated story in NXT history. As far as him being that bland baby face, kind of being a pimp, you know what I mean? And then Zelina joining him and then immediately just starting to become cutthroat. Her involving herself in the matches with like the Hurricane Ranas off the apron into the stairs, primarily for his opponents. Andrade looked like a real threat here.
I think
and
one of the biggest things that hurt him was the name, like Andrade Cien Almas.
Yep.
It was hard to say, and it was just like hard to remember.
And this match, really suffered because it played second fiddle to War Games later in the night.
Yeah.
But this was, Drew was an alpha male, right? He was dominating a lot of the match, throwing him around. Andrade was
big muscle Drew. This is big Drew we have now. So
yeah,
this
100%.
was a great fucking match. He went so hard. I think I even said it during the match. I was like,
he was tossing him around.
Well, you could just see how he had something to fucking prove, right? He was newly back in the company, and he was like, "I have something to prove. I fucking belong here. The chosen one wasn't my fucking fault, and I deserved that fucking spot. I earned it. I fucking deserve it." And you could see it in that match, man, how hard he went. And this match,
likewise for Andrade, right? You had him working the arm a little bit for the hammerlock DDT. You had the multiple meteoras into the the bottom rope as normal.
Zelina getting involved all the time.
Yeah, into the back at the end of the match. This was brutal. Literally everything that they did for this match was well executed. It was well booked. Everything made sense. Everything was worked well. It just wasn't one of those perfect NXT matches. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why. It's probably because Drew is not a+ smooth in-ring worker, and that's not to shit on him, but it's just the style he works. But as far as an NXT championship match, this is a great one. Not even a good one. This is a great one. And it marked a real big 100%. Turn for the company because Drew got called up so fast and became Dolph Ziggler's lackey, which was a strange choice at the beginning. But no, in the course of NXT, this was a pivotal moment that both guys, showed out really well for, and it was a great match. Honestly, this is a 4-5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, dude.
It is.
Wow.
It is. This Andrade run, people act like Andrade is kind of a mid wrestler, but they forget this NXT run. The next match he's going to have is versus Johnny, I think. And that match is the first 5-star out of 5-star match that Dave Meltzer put on anything in, 20 years or whatever.
Well, I gave Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream 4 stars. And I have to say, did like this match more than that. It was a better match. They told a better story. Now I have to ask myself, was it a half-star better or a quarter-star better? Honestly, it's tough. It's tough. I think the more I think about it, the more I'm fucking mad because I think Shane's right.
He might hit it on the head, man.
I think you're right. I think it is 4.5, and I don't know how the fuck I'm going to rate this War Games match.
Well, I'll tell you how you're going to rate the War Games.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go full 5.
I don't think I'm going to go full 5 on War Games.
Yeah,
I think I am.
But I think 4.5. I think 4.5. You're right on this one. I'm saying it. I'm doing it. I'm drinking with you, pal.
Shane's been on it tonight, dude. 4.5. He's fucking Shane Adamus over there.
Y'all remember Dave Chappelle's show with fucking Paul Mooney?
Yep.
God damn.
Is Mooney dead? I think Paul Mooney's dead. Is Paul Mooney dead?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah.
Okay.
White people like Wayne Brady because he makes Bryant Gumbel look like Malcolm X.
What Meltzer rate?
Meltzer gave this 4 stars.
Wow.
God damn, dude. The funniest thing about that is when Wayne Brady came on the show, he was like, that's like he called him, he's like, what the fuck, man? He's like, we gotta do something. You gotta fucking help me out here. That's why they did the whole bit with him fucking.
Wayne Brady got to choke a bitch?
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? So good. All right. Well, that brings us to the final match of the night, the main event, 36 and a half minutes. We have War Games.
War Games.
The War Games.
War Games.
With between Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, going against Akam. That's
Akam.
a cup of cum, Razor, and for some reason Roderick Strong was in the AOP for this, and Sanity with Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, and Killian Dane.
Let's take a quick second to talk real quick about Roddy Strong in the Authors of Pain fit. Let me tell you, with the camo long johns, dude, and just the black fucking tank top, dog. Roddy Strong is a tights wrestler, but seeing him in the fit.
It reminds me almost of like if Damian Sandow was doing the Mizdow, but of the AOP. It's like just doing that. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know, dude.
He looks like the dude that was accepted into the neighborhood, but will never look like
Spike.
He belongs in the neighborhood.
He was Spike Dudley.
He's like, well, he's wearing the
camo.
He's wearing the gear. But
no, he was Kurt Angle in the Shield. You remember that?
Oh God.
Yo, I just remember how happy Kurt Angle looked when he came down, because he's like, I'm in a match, and that was the happiest he's ever looked in his entire life. And I just remember being like, God damn, I'm like happy for him, because he deserves it more than almost anyone. Like that man, Perk Angle, like after that, like that man nearly killed himself for us like a million times.
The little hat.
And to get healthy and to come back and to have that moment, like, God damn, dude, no one deserves.
Man, we have to do TNA from that time. You have to actually watch Perk.
I would love to watch some of the Perk Angle Samoa Joe matches.
I just named Lockdown as like one of my favorite of all time factions, and it was mainly because he ran it. So I love me some Perk Angle.
Sorry, I didn't realize we had the same thought. I like how with the story they fit Roderick Strong with the reason why he joined the AOP for the War Games. Nice little touch. Yeah,
sure. It worked its way in.
Yeah,
and ultimately we'll see next show. The ultimate payoff for that,
the big one. But yeah, so this match, I mean, there's a lot going on. We're not going to really be able to get into all the nitty gritty details, but obviously,
it was a War Games match.
It was a War Games match.
So the first 10 minutes are slow beatdowns.
There's a lot of that, but I tell you what, like Eric Young sells the hell out of this shit through the match. Like I love him being in there the whole time. It was a good start because it was him. Roddy Strong and Adam Cole.
Yep.
And Adam Cole just was like untouched through basically the whole match, which was really great. Like they had that Tower of Doom spot where he was in the middle, and like everyone else goes down, and he's just sitting there and does the whole. And Adam Cole, baby, the crowd gets fucking nuts.
And also with the entrances to this match, they did a really good job of introducing the teams. Mm-hmm. You had Sanity getting introduced at the end of the introductions with what was his name? Alexander Wolf. He had the nightstick that popped out of the coat, and he's beating everyone with it. And then you had Big Damo, bringing in the rest of the weapons, just walking down slow. When the Authors of Pain came in, they just wrecked house. They did a really great job
Oh, we
He
lost
froze
him.
up, but they did do a really good job of like introducing these teams in ways that fucking showed. He's back.
sorry.
No, he's
Yeah.
back.
And obviously when the Undisputed Era came in, they kind of just came in as professional wrestlers and beat everybody up with forearms, fists, and other implements.
It was
But
great.
go ahead with whatever anyone else was saying.
No,
I lagged out.
No, you lagged out, but I was literally, I just was trying to like reiterate the point you were making, which is
Yeah.
that fucking, like Killian, like the way they introduced the teams, the way they made every team feel unique, right, in its own right, like that they all had their strong points going for them. They dragged in tables and trash cans and chairs and shit, and they set up the
Yo, stop, shut up. Cole is still good and believable, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Cole was great, dude. I love Cole in NXT.
Man, if that's my wife and I'm handcuffed and she's getting beaten with like a kendo stick or whatever, I'm also going to be crying because then she's gonna come home and beat my ass, and I can't do anything about it.
Nah.
So
I haven't
that's
watched
totally good, believable.
I haven't watched him in AEW, but I can say nothing but good things about his NXT run. His NXT run was one of the best things about NXT. Like the whole NXT, all of it from day one. One of the best storylines was the Undisputed
best
Era.
thing.
Well, we're still waiting for that.
No, I mean, like there was a couple of things. Like there was like the Cesaro, Sami Zayn shit was really fucking good. But like the best like ultimate storyline, Asuka's was good, but they ended it wrong. But yeah, Undisputed Era was incredible. They nailed.
I mean, especially with the Kyle O'Reilly Adam Cole match,
all the way,
the end of it.
Yeah, all the way to the end when they broke up and I mean, fuck, man. So
they should have given O'Reilly the title, man. I think that was a big time miss. But
no, I do too, but they didn't.
Yep. Okay, I got you.
It's Everett.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No. For sure, dude. Watch all of NXT from like late 2016 until 2022. Watch all of it. It's all that good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of it is that good, and especially. Like the big shows, right? I don't want to talk about NXT every week, whatever.
But you also get to like see why a lot of us get so upset with what they've done to some of these characters on the main roster. Because you look at someone like Asuka, you look at someone like fucking Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and I mean they've finally come back around on them, but like,
Ricochet.
But yeah, Ricochet, Jesus Christ, Ricochet, Nakamura, Shinsuke might be the most like just devastating of all those because he really is like one of the like best wrestlers on the whole fucking roster. Like God, I love Shinsuke.
They took him from strong style to the artist, and he's never recovered from the artist.
No. We take things personally, okay? Don't.
No, you're good.
Don't be a wise ass.
Yeah,
no, don't.
You be you, man. Fuck all these haters.
Shit, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Ricochet was wasted there, but I mean Ricochet coming off of Lucha Underground, like goddamn,
Prince Puma was the best.
Lucha Underground had this fucking like wonkiest storytelling. But they had like
I hated it.
But the one thing that they did is they created a universe and they stuck inside it, and all the rules within their universe they explained and it made sense. And every single match they put on, every single one, both people came out a winner.
Yep.
I've never seen a promotion that was better at booking matches. So both competitors looked incredible, whether they won or lost. And a lot of times the loser looked better than the winner. Mm-hmm. And nobody has ever done a better job booking matches than those guys, honestly.
Well, speaking of nobody has ever done a better job of booking, it's still Wargames 2017. And we're still talking about the Undisputed Era versus the Underrated
awesome.
Roddy Strong.
They had that
once
table spot
once
where they
once everybody got into the match, right, is really when the match started to click. You had Alexander Wolf German suplexing Acom or Razor through the tables. You had Adam Cole hiding out on the top of the ring. You had him getting superplexed through everybody by Strong. You had Alexander Wolf bleeding profusely everywhere after the table spot because
that table
Acom
spot.
or Razor landed on his head.
And he cracked the back of his head on one of the edges of the table.
Yep.
Wolf did, and
yeah, you had all of the double
there's a
team
couple-
spots chasing the dragon.
there was a
Love
couple
chasing
little
dragon.
things that really fucked that match up, man. I think that Alexander Wolf bleeding and them like forcing everyone into that one ring for a good like 8 to 9 minutes really hampered things. I think that the fucking luckily they didn't show it, but the spot with Adam Cole on the top, fucking where they come off into the fucking group of people, it's like, I mean, it was awesome, but at the same time,
It's out of sight, out of mind.
why are they all standing there? They're just standing there
fighting.
waiting.
They're fighting for all you know. They're fighting
That, and then the Tower
in
of
the
Doom,
same ring as
Tower
you
of the
saw
Doom
from
spot.
before.
The Tower of Doom spot with the 2 Towers of Doom was like, after seeing it executed so well in the women's match, to see it executed so sloppily in this one, I think those are the reasons
It was
why this.
bigger though.
I think those are the things that keep it from being a 5-star match.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sell you on the reasons why it's
There's
a
not
5-star
5-star match. It's a 4.75. There's no chance you're
It's a
selling me on
4.75 max.
It wasn't. It was
Sell
really
it,
good.
sell it
but
there, Tony.
Sell it. I want to hear.
Okay, so think about how much War Games has been brought back since, right? And it's been good all of the times, right?
Mhm.
And really good a lot of the times. But think about the mix of things that happened in this match, whether it was the great entrances from the people. Think about it was the varied spots from those involved. Think about the weapons that were used and the way they were introduced and how much the crowd wanted them, how much the crowd popped for the weapons. Nothing was overdone. Nothing was oversold, and everything in this match. And granted, Isaac and I talked about that it was the first War Games match back in a long time,
20-some years.
But it was perfectly executed the way they did everything. It was not an old school War Games match in any sense. This was War Games. It was War Games brought into a new era. And honestly, watching this just about an hour and a half ago, I legitimately believe, as far as wrestling matches go, it may not be the best War Games match I've ever seen, because there's one coming in a year or two. But this is really the benchmark of War Games matches, and I think that we should move from looking at 5 as perfect and look at 5 as gold standard benchmark. This is what everything should strive to be, but it could be better. And for that reason, this is a 5-star match.
It's close. It was close, but for the reasons I said, there was a few things that made it not. Had they let him bleed, had they let Alexander Wolf bleed and not slowed the match down and forced the camera away from it, shown us some spot replays of it, I think I would agree. I think I would 100%
correct.
agree.
But we're more talking about the current state of War
But with
Games
the
matches,
thing with the roof on it, which I think is right, is that they still made the rules if you left the cage, you lost. So it might as well have a roof.
Yeah,
and I mean,
you can just do things off the top of the cage.
In AEW with their roof, it doesn't necessarily give their match beyond, or what is it, blood and guts.
It makes it worse.
Anything more.
It makes it worse because you all of a sudden you've limited what you can actually do. You have to climb up, and you have to try and do one of those what was it, the not the X Games, but the X Division championship shit, where you're like
Ultimate
climbing up
X.
You
the
better shut your mouth if
stupid-
you're talking bad about Ultimate X.
Also,
Right.
yeah, you shut the fuck up,
If you're
dude. You
talking
haven't
bad about
even
Ultimate
watched.
X,
Is that the
I will
Yeah,
one
be-
you
where
don't
you
ever
try to-
talk bad
Hold
about
on.
Ultimate X. No,
Hold on.
no.
Not Ultimate.
No.
What's the one where you have to climb the stupid cage with the hole
That's-
in the ceiling?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
no,
no, no,
okay,
no. That's
no.
the
That's the one I'm thinking of.
No,
That's the
no, no,
WCW
Oh,
stat
oh,
cages.
Yeah, yeah, no,
No,
no, no. And
no.
also the
It was
lethal
no.
lockdown.
This was in TNA.
Oh,
yeah.
lockdown.
Yeah, no,
And no one could climb out.
Isaac, the Ultimate X is the ropes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were
With the
strung like
champion.
this.
Yeah, with the champion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the middle, it's like an ultimate ladder match. Anyway,
We
so
don't
we've
talk
all
bad
rated
about
this.
that.
What did Dave Meltzer rate this?
4.5.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So, boys,
You're there
overall
on
ratings
Live
for
Island
the
by
show.
yourself.
I think for the War Games match, it's a must watch. It's the first War Games match WWE produces.
No, it's definitely a must-watch show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brings out the Ready to Rumble cage. Yes. Three
Yeah, I
stages of cage.
I think this is another. I think this is another classic NXT pay per view, with the exception of Killian
The first
Dane
match.
and Cassius Ohno. And I really think,
but it's also
had they
6
put,
minutes.
Sullivan.
but had they put fucking Pete Dunne and Johnny Gargano on and let Lars Sullivan and Cassius Ohno be on the pre-show,
Would have been
like
better.
this, I mean, you would have think about
How much time do you give to the rest of the show? Then I think that ultimately that's the issue.
it's a difference of 4 minutes.
Oh, wow. There was only
Yeah.
4 minutes difference between both matches.
Oh,
9 minutes, 21 seconds, and 5 minutes, 11 seconds. So it's
They
4
could
minutes.
have
But was the-
4 minutes.
but also was the 9-minute match worth it though? You know what I mean? Or was that just like a dark match
it's a
run through
Gargano versus.
Dude, it's Gargano and Pete Dunne for the
It's gotta be worth it.
the UK championship, man.
What do we rate this show, boys?
4.
Solid 4.
4.25, just to be different.
Fuck you.
This is stupid.
Fuck you.
Mm,
I love both of you guys equally, but not as much as Isaac loves that beer.
delicious. What do we think we should watch next? Are we going? What did we watch last time? Did we watch WCW? Did we watch that awful? Oh God, we did. We watched that awful Road Wild pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So we're going
Well,
WWF
so let me-
next.
Yeah, WWF. All right, well,
Pay-per-views.
everybody, we love you.
1998. I'm curious what we're doing next. What do we got?
I'm just gonna wave bye till we're done.
What did we just watch though? We watched a fucking.
It was a long time ago.
SummerSlam?
It was like a month and a half.
Was it SummerSlam?
Was it SummerSlam? We did Fully
I don't
Loaded,
know.
or was it Breakdown?
I remember watching Rocky.
I feel like it
Triple H
was in your house.
It was in your house. Yes,
Was it in your
definitely in your house. Yes, it was the last in your house.
Was that the triple threat match with Kane, Undertaker, and Stone
Yes.
Cold?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it looks like. Oh man, another in your house.
Yep, 2 in a row.
Was that the one with Stone Cold as the guest referee,
Yes.
or in
No.
the match?
I thought he was in the match.
Okay. So yeah, I think the next one we have is well, no, maybe we did this one. We definitely did fucking. And if we Judgment Day.
Yeah,
was the
I'm gonna
last
piss
one.
on myself if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I'm,
do it.
I'm just gonna take a piss on myself, dude. I'm gonna sit here.
We're still live.
Yeah, so I think we're Survivor Series 1998.
All right.
Survivor Series.
Love you guys.
First
Love
match
you
in
guys.
1998. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you.
Have a great one.